guys, welcome back to the channel Mathematics World. In the previous video we have seen open ball and open set definition. Now we will see the interior point, limit point, closed set and closure of a set in this video. So without wasting time, let's start. What is interior point? Suppose this is X, this is a set X, and from this we are taking one subset of X, that is A, and we are taking one point from this set, that is A. Okay, so how we write this? Let A be a subset of X and A belongs to A, then this A is said to be interior point of A if there exists R, here we have R, and if I draw a ball around it, then this ball is a subset of this set A, means there exists R greater than 0 such that this ball BAR is a subset of A. Okay, this is the definition of interior point. Let's take example. Suppose you have given A is equal to close interval 1 2, then what is the interior of this set? Let's draw on real line. This is 1, this is 2. Then if you take a point, this is a point, and you draw a neighborhood, or you take a neighborhood of this point, then this neighborhood is also subset of this set, that is close interval 1 2, means this point is interior point. But if you take 1 or 2 and you draw and you take a neighborhood of this, then see, this neighborhood doesn't belongs to this entire set, that is close interval 1 2. That means this 1 and 2 is not interior point of this set. That's why the interior point of A is equal to open interval 1 2. Okay, so here we have results. One can easily prove this. First result is, if A is a subset of B, then A interior is a subset of B interior. How you prove this? You take one point from this A interior and apply the definition of this, and by using this property you can easily say that the point which you are taking from A interior is in B interior. That's why A interior is a subset of B interior. Okay. Second result is, A interior union B interior is a subset of A union B interior. The converse part of this result is not true, because if you take example, A is equal to set of rational number and B is equal to irrational number, then the interior of Q is empty, and similarly B interior is also empty. But if you take A union B interior, then see, set of rational union set of irrational interior, means this is nothing but R. R interior is again R. Okay, so see, A interior union B interior is empty. A union B is not subset of A interior union B interior. Okay, R is not subset of empty set. Okay, So that's why this is not true. But this condition satisfied with intersection means A interior intersection B interior is equal to A intersection B interior, A intersection B the whole interior. Okay, how we will prove this? Let's look at that. First we will prove A interior intersection B interior is equal to A intersection B interior. So how we prove this? A intersection B is a subset of A. Similarly, A intersection B is a subset of B. And from this we can write A intersection B interior is a subset of A interior, and A intersection B interior is a subset of B interior. Okay, from this what we can write? A intersection B interior is a subset of A interior intersection B interior. So here we prove our first part. Now for converse, how we prove? To prove that A intersection B interior, okay, this is what we have to prove. So how we will prove? We take one point from this set. So suppose P belongs to A interior intersection B interior, means this is in the intersection, means this P belongs to A interior also and B interior also. So which implies P belongs to A interior and P belongs to B interior. Now here we apply the definition of interior. So what is definition? There exists R1 R2 greater than 0, means there exists R greater than 0, but here we have 2 points, that's why we are taking 2 points, okay, R1 and R2 greater than 0, such that BAR1 is a subset of A and BAR2 is a subset of B. Sorry, here we are taking P. So PR1 is a subset of A and BPR2 is a subset of B. Okay, we gave this equation star. Okay, now we want R. Okay, how we get that? By taking minimum of this R1 and R2, we get our R. Okay, so now which implies BPR, means suppose this is BPR1 and this is BPR2 and this is our R, means this is BPR. Okay, so this BPR is a subset of this BPR1 and this BPR is also subset of BPR2. So that's what we write here, R1 and BPR is a subset of BPR2. Okay, now from star we can write BPR is a subset of A, because this BPR1 is a subset of A and this BPR2 is a subset of B. That's why this BPR is a subset of A and subset of B. Okay, now what is our definition? There exists R greater than 0 such that this BPR is a subset of A intersection B. Okay, means this P belongs to A intersection B interior. Okay, because this is the definition of interior, that's why this P belongs to A intersection B interior. That's why see here we take P from the set A interior intersection B interior and we get P belongs to A intersection B interior. Okay, means A interior intersection B interior is a subset of A intersection B interior. This is second. So from first and second we get A interior intersection B interior is equal to A intersection B the whole interior. Okay, so that's what we have to prove. So these are the results for interior point. Now let's look at a limit point. What is a limit point? Limit point. Now this is x, okay, and from this we are taking A, and again we have one point A. This A is said to be a limit point of this A when we draw a ball around it and we remove this A, and after removing this A we also have one more point in this ball. Okay, at least one point we should get. If we get that point other than A, then this A is said to be a limit point of this A. Okay, so how we write this? Let A is a subset of X and A belong to A is called limit point of A if for every r greater than 0 B star AR intersection A is non-empty, where this B star AR means BAR minus A. Okay, means we remove this A from the set or from the ball, and after removing that we are getting at least one point. Okay, so after getting this point, then we will say this A is a limit point. Okay, so this is the definition of this limit point. Now let's look at the example. A is equal to open interval 0 1, which is a subset of R. Then what is the limit point of this set? See, 0 1 means this 0 1 is not included in this set. Okay, and what we have to prove? B star AR intersection with A is equal to non-empty, means at least we get one point. This 0 is equal to A. Okay, so and I am taking a ball around it, I am taking neighborhood of this. Then after removing this 0, I am getting these points in this set. Okay, means this 0 is also limit point. Similarly for 1 also, and the points which are in between 0 and 1 are also limit point. Okay, so what we can write? Limit point of 0 1 is close interval 0 1, means the point which are between 0 and 1 are also limit point, and 0 and 1 are limit point of this set. Okay, similarly A is equal to 1 by n. Then what is the limit point of this set? This is a real line and this is over 1, n is from natural number, so 1 upon 1 is 1. Here we have 1 by 2, 1 by 3, 1 by 4 and so on. This sequence is converges to 0. Okay, so if you take the division of this, so you get 0.5, 0.33 and so on. So you get a 0. Okay, so the limit point of this set is singleton 0. Okay, so this is the limit point and the examples of this. We have properties of limit point. Let's see one by one. First property is a set may have no limit point. Means some sets don't have limit point. Okay, some may have finitely many limit point. Okay, so this is the second property, that a set may have finitely many limit point. Second is, here we have written finitely, so this is applicable for infinitely many point. Okay, means this 0 1, if you see here you have infinitely many points. Okay, so after taking a limit, then also you are getting infinitely many points. So a set may have infinitely many limit points. Okay, this is the third property. Next we have a limit point of a set may or may not be a member of the set. Means if you see here, this 0 is not a member of this set, but this is also a limit point of this set. Okay, this is a proper example of this property. A limit point of a set may or may not be member of the set. Okay, now next we have a set of limit points depends upon the underlying metric of the space. Okay, means we have studied usual metric, Euclidean metric. We have different type of metric spaces, and for that metric spaces the limit points are differ. Okay, means after changing the metric space, the limit point of this set is also changed. Okay, so this is our fifth property, that is set of limit points depends on the metric of the space. Means if you take A equal to set of natural number, which is a subset of R, with Euclidean metric, then the set of limit point of n is empty. Means we don't get any limit point of this set. Okay, here we have one note, that set of limit point of Q is equal to set of limit point of R minus Q. Set of limit point of Q is equal to set of limit point of R minus Q is equal to R. Okay, means if someone asks you what is the limit point of set of rational and set of irrational, you can tell them that limit point of this set are real line. Okay, these are our properties of limit point. Now we will see derived set. What is derived set? This is a set of all limit point of a set. Okay, means the example 0, 1, the limit point of this set is close interval 0, 1. This is a set of all limit points. Okay, that's why this is called as derived set. So what is the definition? Derived set, the set of all the limit points of a set A is called derived set of A, and this is denoted by A dash or dA. Okay, in a mathematical form, how we can write this? P belongs to X, B star P R intersection A is not equal to empty for every R greater than 0. This is how we can write in a mathematical form. Now, isolated point. What is isolated point? If the point is not a limit point, then that point is called isolated point. Okay. So here we can write the definition of isolated point. A point of A is called isolated point if it is not a limit point of A. Okay. Now we will see closed ball and closed set. Okay. We have seen open ball and open set. Similar definition we have for the closed ball and closed set, but there is a small difference. So let's see what is the difference. So the definition of closed ball is, let XD be a metric space and A belongs to X, then the ball BAR is equal to X belongs to X, where distance between A and X is less than or equal to R. For open ball, we have the definition BAR is equal to X belongs to X, distance between AX is less than R. So here we have the equality sign. So this is the difference. Now, what is closed set? A subset A of X is said to be closed set if the complement of A is open in X. Okay, means A complement is open in X. So this is the definition of closed set. Now let's see the example. What is the complement of this? What is the complement of this closed interval 0, 1 is equal to minus infinity to 0 union 1, infinity. See how you can find this. You can directly draw a line, okay, and you have to find the complement of this. Okay, means here you have minus infinity and infinity. Okay, so this 0 shouldn't be included, okay, because this is included in this set. That's why we have write open interval for this. So 0 to minus infinity, and here also 1 is included in this closed set. So after taking a complement, this 1 is not in our set. That's why similarly union A to infinity. Okay, so this is the complement of 0, 1. Now here we have one note, that is empty and X are closed as well as open. Okay, this is you have to remember, because this is very important note. Okay, so we will see some results based on closed set and closed ball. Okay, so first phi and X are closed. Our second note result is intersection of arbitrary collection of closed set is closed. Okay, and third one is union of finite collection of closed set is closed. Okay, these are the results for closed set. Similar results we have seen for open ball. Okay, so if you don't know what are the results for open ball, then you can check out my previous video, okay, where you get that result. Okay, we will see one theorem based on closed set and limit point. Theorem states, let XD be a metric space. Suppose A subset of X, then A is closed in X if and only if each limit point of X lies in X. Okay, this is if and only if statement, so we have to prove both the conditions. So let's prove this. Since A is closed in X and each limit point of X lies in X, this we have to prove. Okay, so we take one limit point, that is, let A be a limit point of A such that this A, now what is the definition? This A shouldn't be in the set. Okay, so this A does not belongs to A. Okay, means from this we can write A belongs to X minus A, means this is belongs to a complement of A. Okay, where this A is closed, means this X minus A is open. Okay, and now here we apply the definition. There exists R greater than 0 such that BXR belongs to X minus A. Okay, therefore BXR intersection with A is equal to empty. Okay, this is the definition of limit point, not a limit point, because in limit point we have BXR intersection A is not equal to empty. Okay, but here we get empty, so this A is not limit point of A. Okay, but here we assume A be a limit point of A and we get A is not limit point of A, means which is a contradiction. That's why A contains in each of its limit point. Okay, here we prove our first part. Now we will prove converse. Let A contain each of its limit point and we have to prove A is closed. So we assume A is not closed, means the complement of this A is not open. Now here we apply the definition. There exists X belongs to X minus A such that for every R greater than 0, BXR is not subset of X minus A, which implies BXR intersection with A is not empty. Okay, since X is not belongs to A, so we can write BXR minus X intersection A is non-empty, which implies X is limit point of A, but X does not belongs to A, which is a contradiction. Okay, therefore A must be closed. Okay, here we prove our theorem. We will see closure of a set. Okay, first we will see closure point. What is a closure point? Let XD be a metric space. A is a subset of X. P belongs to X is called closure point. This is also called as adherent point of A if for every R greater than 0, BPR intersection A is non-empty. Okay, this is a closure point or adherent point definition. Now if you see, this definition is similar to limit point, but in a limit point we have B star, means we remove this P and we get the point, but here we are not removing this p. This is the difference between closure point and limit point. So this is a closure point definition. Now, what is a closure of a set? What is the closure point of a set? Closure of a set. The closure of a subset A in a matrix space XD is the intersection of the family of all closed subsets of X that contain A. Okay. So we will see example. What is the closure of open interval 0, 1? Now, what they have given, intersection of the family of all closed subsets. Okay, means we are writing the subsets of this open interval 0, 1, close interval 0, 1. Then we have semi open, semi closed. Okay, so if you take the complement of this, ultimately you get close interval 0, 1. Okay, also we have one more example. What is the closure of rational number? You get irrational number if you take which is equal to R. Okay, so this is the example of closure of a set. Here we have one note. Every limit point is closure point, but converse is not true. Every limit point is a closure point, but converse is not true. Means closure point need not be a limit point. Okay. Now we will see boundary of a set. What is the definition of boundary of a set? Let A be a subset of X, then boundary of A is defined to be the set of A closure minus A interior, and it is denoted by del A. Okay, so let's look at the example. Suppose A equal to open interval 0, 1. Now what is A closure? Close interval 0, 1, and A interior is open interval 0, 1. So what is the value of A closure minus A interior is equal to closed interval 0, 1 minus open interval 0, 1, which is equal to 0, 1. Okay, this is the boundary of a set. Okay, see, this is a real line and you have closed interval 0, 1 and open interval 0, 1. Means close interval 0, 1 means here we have included 0, 1 and the points which are between 0 and 1. Okay, we minus the points between 0 and 1. Okay, because here we have open interval, so we minus or we remove the points between 0 and 1. We are not removing 0 and 1. Okay, after doing this procedure we get the points 0 and 1 only. Okay, that's why we get 0 and 1. Okay, so this is the example. In the next video we will see the equivalent matrices when we say two matrices equivalent, and afterwards we are taking sequence and subsequence, Cauchy sequence. Okay, and the definitions of that. Bye.